What's up, you beautiful specimens? It's your boy, Jimmy DeMocco here with this week's intake of the news. For all you fellow Brits out there, there's an alleged serial killer running loose on the streets of Sapcoat. The police are dubbing him the Sapcoat Slasher. So far, there's been about 5 murders in the Sapcoat area. The latest victim, college student Jasmine Hepburn, was found on the side of the street about 1 mile away from the Sapcoat Garden Centre last Friday morning. She was found bruised from head to toe with her right leg amputated. If you have any information at all regarding the Sapcoat Slasher, please contact your local authorities immediately. Now on to TV.
How was the party?
Hmm?
The party last night?
Oh, yeah, it was good. Jordan was there. Lauren was there.
Lauren was there?
Yeah, it was a bit out of character too. Always took her for more of the Susie college type. Anyway, we got absolutely wankered.
What, you and Jordan?
No, me and Lauren. Jordan left at 11.
Oh.
Yeah, we danced and all sorts.
Did you two...
No, it wasn't like that. She was still at the party when I left.
Are you sure? I mean, it...
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fair enough.
How's the job hunt been going?
Not great. Everything that I apply for, just... nothing.
I think there's a bar taking on a Hinkley.
I don't want to work in a bar.
Why not?
I don't want to have to put up with drunk, horny men commenting on my looks every 2 seconds.
You don't mind when I do it.
That's because you're not drunk. Or horny.
I am one of those things.
Oh, God.
What can I say? I'm a dirty bitch.
You truly are.
How's your sister been holding up?
She's getting better. It's been tough for June, bless her. Especially after what George did to her.
Yeah, I can imagine. She'll get through it though, she's a tough cookie.
She is.
You know what you need? A good old night on the town with Marty Boy.
My drinking days are behind me.
You're fucking 19. You still have many drinking days to come, Missy. Come on, you just need a night where you can get out of the town and get blasted.
You're tempting me now.
You know I'll look after you. Come on, Katie. The sesh needs you. The sesh wants you, Katie. Come to the sesh.
The sesh can fuck off.
Oh, now you've hurt the sesh's feelings. The sesh is going to go into a corner and blow its brains out with a 12-gauge shotgun.
That's oddly specific.
That's the sesh for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. When are you going out next?
Say next Saturday.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Nice.
Dinner is served, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll just go get mine. I'll be back.
This looks gorgeous.
I know, Derek's really outdone himself.
So, my fellow rapscallions, how are things?
Things have been pretty good.
Good. Martin.
Oh yeah, good, thanks.
Excellent. How's the party?
Yeah, it was ace, had a fab time.
I heard you and Lauren got a little...
How did you know Lauren was there?
Well, people, they talk.
Right, but nothing happened.
Wouldn't matter if it had, would it?
I mean, I guess not.
Pardon my arrogance, but this is near perfection.
So, how was Papua New Guinea?
Oh, the trip! Oh, it's wonderful. I had a wonderful time. I went diving in 2 feet. And then I went kayaking and fishing. It was brilliant. And when I come back, all these killings start happening. Oh, the joy!
That's a bit coincidental. Something you're not telling us?
Possibly. But in all seriousness, he's a grisly character, isn't he? This Sapcoat Slasher.
Truly.
I mean, it's almost like the media like creating these larger-than-life boogeymen. You know, when in actual fact, they're all just flesh and blood. Fallible. Catchable.
I wonder what would drive someone to do such a thing.
What, murder?
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of reasons.
A screw loose. Some people were just fucking mental.
Money, fame, lust.
You'd have to properly psych yourself up to do something like that, though.
Well, not necessarily. Now, if you want to do it, I mean, if you really want to do it, then you'll do it. No matter what.
We call those people sociopaths.
You don't necessarily have to be a sociopath to methodically kill someone. I mean, you could have immense compassion for your fellow man, but think that he no longer deserves to be on this earth.
But you'd have to be deluded to think that way.
Well, I suppose if someone spills coffee on your shirt, then yeah, sure, you shouldn't kill them. But what if they're a child killer or have created some other heinous crime?
Then I'd report them to the police.
Oh, yeah, but what if the police, they won't do anything about it? Well, the evidence they have is circumstantial at best, and say, for argument's sake, that you've seen this guy. You know, you've seen what he's done, and he's a clever one. You've seen his antics, and you know he's done it. And it's eating you up.
I'd do it.
You're joking?
Under those circumstances, yeah.
Explain.
You can't let people like that run free. What if they do it again?
Exactly.
By killing them, aren't you invariably becoming just like them? What if you see another criminal? You're going to kill them too? Before you know it, you're both serial killers. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Well, cleaning the carpet wouldn't be seen as wrong.
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh, but it is. It's the same basic concept. You're getting rid of the filth to create a cleaner space. Now, what's so wrong
You
about
don't have to kill people to clean your carpet.
Let me tell you a story. During my stay with the Koroway tribe, a fascinating bunch of people. I mean, they're more primitive than the average person, but I'd hesitate to call them simple. I mean, they were smart. Not book smart, but smart nonetheless. Now, their witch doctors had supernatural powers, apparently. And they'd rendered these services in return for things like pigs and rice. Some of them were a little less savoury, and they'd ask for services like sex from the women, and they'd force them. And the Koroway didn't take too kindly to this, so they hunted them down. They killed them, and then they devoured them. They ate, raw, their brains, their hearts, their livers, their penises. And they believed that by consuming the flesh of these people, they might be able to inherit the powers that they had. Now, I don't believe for a second that these people ever had these powers, nor that they inherited them. But it highlights an important point. Peace was restored, and the status quo was maintained. So if it takes one grotesque but necessary act to maintain the balance, then maybe, just maybe, it's worth it.
But the Korowai are savages.
Well, not really. They just have different practices and beliefs compared to us.
Katie, are you really on board with this?
I'm just saying, I get where Derek's coming from.
The tribe do have a moral and ethical structure. Admittedly, yes, it's different to what we would call moral and ethical, but it's a structure nevertheless. But you've raised an interesting point, Martin. The subjectivity of right and wrong. I mean, if you think about it, good and evil, it doesn't tangibly exist. It's a construct that we build as the justification of our actions and the condemnation of the actions of others.
Well, without those, the world would turn into anarchy.
Oh, for sure, I'm not denying that.
But there is a consistency throughout all cultures of what good and evil is. There must be some moral foundation in that.
You do have a point, to be fair. I suppose the variation comes in the approach to justice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, things like the death penalty have always created a huge divide.
Exactly.
I guess that makes sense.
I have an interesting scenario in mind. What if what we're eating isn't traditional beef?
So, like, tofu instead?
A little different. What if what we're eating actually came from a person?
Then my appetite would be successfully ruined.
Alright, fair enough. What if I were to say that the person we're eating is a criminal who's like a murderer or something?
No, that's still fucked up whichever way you spin it.
I think it's perfectly ethical, given the right light. I mean, the people who'd be killed would be criminals. We'd just be recycling the dead. I mean, think about it. People are great sources of meat. Low in calories, high in protein. I mean, if we could legalize this, we could sell it wholesale, tax it, put more money into the economy. I mean, yeah, I know it's an out-of-the-box idea, but you can't deny it's got potential.
But what about the families of these people? What do you think they'd think about their relatives being devoured by the general public?
Actually, I don't get that. I mean, once they're dead, the body's going to rot anyway. So why not put it to greater use?
But certain people would be attached to the deceased person in question. It would be the same with anybody.
Religious beliefs would also be a factor in that too.
Ritualistically, yeah. But most religions believe in this concept of a soul or a spirit.
Philosophers too.
True, also. I mean, if people think that our consciousness is a detached form from our body, then I really don't see the problem. Atheists wouldn't mind.
I disagree with that. Some atheists would still want these people buried. It's not as clear cut as that.
Well, I'm not saying everybody would be on board with it. I think we would get a majority vote. People have gotten behind far worse things in the past.
But doesn't that just belittle your argument? You're basically saying, if I tell people that this shit is sunshine, they'll believe it.
Oh, but they would.
Not much conviction in your idea there, pal.
Anyone want to top up?
Go on then.
Martin?
I'm fine, thanks.
Just be a second.
Wouldn't eating people be harmful to your health anyway?
No, I don't think so.
I guess it depends what part you're eating. I mean, some women eat the placenta after giving birth to their child, and most of the time claim that it's beneficial.
Exactly.
But that's different.
It still comes from a person.
I know, but what about, like, mad cow disease and that sort of thing?
We're not cows, are we?
No, but it might be possible for us to contract a similar sort of disease over time.
Well, that's only if we can consume contaminated flesh. If this were to be legalised, it would be regulated. There'd be very little chance of this happening. I mean, there's very little proof that it causes long-term problems anyway.
But even so, you'd have to deal with the social stigma around cannibalism. You know, that it's bad and all that.
Well, what we deem as socially acceptable changes all the time. When you look at our society from 30 years ago and compare it to today, things have changed radically. I think cannibalism, if pitched in the right light, can be accepted. I think anything pitched in the right light can be accepted.
Yeah, well, once again, shit for sunshine. You'd be great in advertising.
Well, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
How's the food been?
Oh, excellent, mate.
Lovely, thank you.
I've got a confession to make.
What's that?
I wasn't speaking hypothetically. We have actually been eating a person.
That's not funny.
I'm not joking.
Eric, what the fuck?
Oh, Katie, hear me out here. I didn't want to have to do that. The person we were eating went by the name of Joey Smith, the Sapcoat Slasher. I did my research. I followed him everywhere. And he wasn't indeed guilty. I can't tell you how good it feels to rid the world of such defecated filth as him.
So, we were your guinea pigs?
That's a cold way of putting it. I saw tonight as more of a social experiment.
You're fucking sick!
No, Martin, I think you'll find it's you that's sick. You've been very naughty, haven't you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what you did.
I haven't a fucking clue!
Would you like me to spell it out for you? Alright, I'll spell it out for you. I have reason to believe that Martin's been a very evil sorcerer. That night with Lauren, you did more than just drunkenly dance with her, didn't you?
What is he on about?
I don't know.
You went back to a room with her, where you proceeded to beg her for sex, and after much refusal, you forced yourself upon her and raped her.
Gah! That didn't happen!
There was more than one person that said it did.
Did you really do that?
Of course I fucking didn't.
Oh, there's nothing I find more distasteful than a liar. I might have to season you.
What about Lauren? What did she say?
No one's seen Lauren since that night. Apparently she was very upset, though. Did you murder her as well?
Of course fucking not.
Oh, so you just raped her?
No! I didn't do either of those things. Katie, you know I wouldn't do something like that.
I don't know what to think.
You know what, Martin? Humour me. Tell me your side of the story.
Me and Lauren did get very drunk, and we went to a room in the house, and we talked, but nothing further than that.
What did you talk about?
I don't really... Isn't this enough justification?
No. Go on. Tell me what was said.
I told her about how much I fancied Katie. And how I should ask her out.
What?
Yep, I like you. Didn't really want to do it like this, but yeah.
But we've been friends for ages.
I've always been afraid of making a move.
No, I don't buy that. If you really liked me, you would have said something by now.
I'm fucking shy, Katie. You know this better than anyone. As far as Lauren's concerned, she was just so upset with her friend getting off with Jordan, who she fancied.
You would say anything, wouldn't you?
Katie, don't be like this, please.
Did all the things I tell you about June get you off? Did you go home and fantasize about all those things?
Fuck no, of course not. Katie, calm down. You're not thinking clearly.
I'm thinking clear, alright. What are you gonna do to him?
Quite honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, I've just eaten. However, I am in the mood for liver.
Derek, mate, come on, you've known me since school.
I'm sorry, Martin, but friendship has no bearing in the eyes of justice.
Right, fuck this. Derek, please, just let me walk out the door and I won't tell anyone, I won't call the police. You can just let me go and you'll never see me again.
Were you going to help me or what?
What did you drug him with?
Cura. He's paralysed.
Why the cling film?
Because this Katie is going to get messy. Sorry, Martin, but justice must be served. Fancy trying the brain?
What does it taste like?
It's unlike the brain of any other animal. It's like sweetbreads in some respect.
Well, I like sweetbreads.
Then you're gonna love this. Bon appétit.
What's up, you beautiful specimens? It's your boy Jimmy DeMarco here with this week's intake of the news. There's recently been more developments in the Sapcoat slasher case. Joey Smith, a college student studying in Hinckley, went missing last Monday night. According to witnesses,